The Battle of Bull Run by Andrew Danoff. The Battle of Bull Run, or the First Manassas, was a battle between the armies of the Confederates and the Union. The Union General Irvin McDowell was the commander of the Union Army in Northern Virginia. He fought in the Battle of Bull Run, but then was removed by President Lincoln because he was believed to be too cautious. The first Confederate general was Brigadier General P.G.T. Beauregard. The other Confederate general was General Joseph E. Johnston, who was the senior general. Another important person was Thomas Jonathan Jackson. After the battle, he was given the nickname Stonewall Jackson. He was a Confederate colonel at the time of the battle, but he was soon promoted to general. During the battle, he earned his nickname by holding the Henry House Hill until reinforcements came. In all, there were about 62,000 men who fought in the Manassas. About 30,000 were Union troops, and the other 32,000 were Confederate. It was the first major land battle of the Civil War, caused by the long tension between the North and South over the matter of slavery and slave rights. Lincoln intended it to be the last battle as well, as the Union was supposed to quell the rebellious South once and for all. The Union supposedly had the advantage in this battle, but it ended up being long and drawn out. It took place by the Bull Run, hence the name in Virginia. The Union called it Manassas after the Virginian city. The battle was very close to the Union's capital, Washington, D.C. A key location in the battle was Henry House Hill. It was high ground that gave whoever held it an advantage. Confederate Colonel Jackson was able to hold it until reinforcements arrived. The battle was longer than expected. The Confederates fought hard and would not give up. Many of the soldiers on both sides were inexperienced. They had never fought in a battle before. The Union plan was far too complicated and relied too much on exact movements and synchronization. The Confederate plan was simple, but they communicated poorly and were generally unorganized. The Union slowly pushed the Confederate troops back. Beauregard was advised by Johnston to take Henry House Hill, as it was poorly defended. Johnston and Jackson took the hill and held it. McDowell went across Sudley Ford to attack the Confederate left flank, but he was too late. Confederate reinforcements arrived in waves, breaking the Union flank and sending them retreating. They fled towards Washington, but the Confederate troops could not pursue. They were too disorganized to follow the retreating troops. The First Battle of Bull Run proved to Lincoln that the Civil War would not be won very easily. The Confederates were no longer considered pesky rebels, they were opponents. The battle also showed the Confederates that they had a long way to go. They had won one victory, but they were disorganized. Both armies knew it would not be easy to win the war and that this was just the beginning.